On this tutorial guys, you will learn on how to paint the colorful trees and flowers. You will learn on how to paint the classic and abandoned well. And also guys, you can find the list of colors that I used to this demonstration. Just scroll down below to the description of this video. You can find the list colors. Guys, please subscribe to my channel for more free painting tutorial in the near future. Now guys, I have here the 10 inches by 12 inches plain white canvas. First thing to do is I'm going to create the sky on this painting. So I'm gonna paint directly the cobalt blue here. The cobalt blue, I'm gonna paint here directly cobalt blue using this 1-inch flat brush. Just paint directly the cobalt blue to this area here. Going down, this is for my first color of the base color of my sky, the cobalt blue. Then after that, I'm going to add the titanium white here and just blend the titanium white. This is for my clouds, the basic clouds here. Just blend also this titanium white to the cobalt blue so that it will create a very nice color effects. Just add the cobalt blue here to blend to minimize more light color effects. Then I'm going to mix the color of the cobalt blue and the titanium white. Just add small amount of violet color, the deep violet. Just mix these three colors, cobalt blue and the deep violet and the titanium white. Just add more the violet color here to create this kind of color and just paint here directly. For my sky color, another color of my sky here in this area. Going down, only the base color. Then after that, I'm going to paint directly the titanium white and just blend this titanium white at this center in between the blue color and the blue violet, and also just blend this color. This is my sky. Just paint the blue violet here and just blend for my sky color in this area. And also this one is the cobalt blue. I'm going to paint also the cobalt blue. Directly paint the cobalt blue here and just blend this cobalt blue to the titanium white so that it will create a very smooth sky and a very nice blending of colors. Just blend using the horizontal brush strokes. And after that, titanium white for my clouds in this area. Just add the titanium white here. Just observe my brush strokes. I use the circular brush strokes. This is because I'm going to paint the clouds. Just looking good to my clouds. The basic clouds here. Just continue adding this titanium white for my clouds. And just blend also this titanium white to the color background that I painted earlier. Just looking good in that area there. Just continue adding this titanium white. My clouds effects. Again using this 1-inch flat brush. Then I'm going to paint the the cadmium yellow here for my color of my sun. This side here. Cadmium yellow for my sun area on this side. I'm going to mix the color of cadmium yellow and the titanium white. Cadmium yellow and the titanium white to create the lighter yellow. Just paint here at the very center. Just blend also this color. Then the titanium white at the very center, this area for my sun area here for the light source. Just add more titanium white at the very center. Just blend this color also. And the titanium white, gonna add the titanium white here for my clouds. For the lighter clouds near to the sun. Then I'm going to mix the color of the scarlet red and the titanium white. Scarlet red and the titanium white. Gonna mix this color and add small amount of cadmium yellow. Just paint here. Just continue for my clouds effects. The clouds color in this area. Just continue blending and just observe my brush strokes. Just looking good that area there for my color of my sky. I'm going to add more. I'm going to add the orange yellow at the very this nearer a little bit nearer to the sun for my clouds. The color of my clouds, the warmer clouds. Just continue adding this orange yellow here for my warmer clouds. Very nice sky here. Now let's continue here. I'm going to mix the color of the cobalt blue and also the deep violet. Gonna mix these two colors. Just add here for my trees. I'm going to blur this color, this area here. These are my trees using this blue violet color. Now mix again the cobalt blue and the violet or the deep violet. Blend this, just mix these two colors. Just paint here for my trees or the farther trees here, a little bit farther. Just looking good for my trees to this area here. Just observe my brush strokes also, guys. I'm going to blend this color so that it will create the blurry effects, but I use the just observe my brush strokes, guys, so that it just continue again adding the blue violet here for my trees, a little bit far trees, and also this one here. Mix again the blue, cobalt blue and the violet color, and add small amount of Mars block. When you add the lambda color, it should be at the very side, this color blue violet, so that you have still the blue violet color. It will create a little bit dark color here, darker blue violet. Just add small amount of Mars block at the very side to these two colors that I mix. Create the darker blue violet here for my trees. For more darker blue violet, just add more Mars block color for my trees here. So again, the darker blue violet here, going down. Just looking good to that area there. Just continue here. Just blend this color to the color background. Now let's continue here. I'm going to add the trees on this area here. So I'm going to mix the color of the cobalt blue and also the ochre green. Cobalt blue and the ochre green. Gonna mix this color and just add the Mars black color, just like that. Then I'm going to add here for the base color of my trees on this area, the dark portion. There's only the base color of my trees to this area here. Just blend this color also. Just observe my brush strokes. I'm using the number 12 flat brush for this. Just blend this color here. And also this one. I'm going to paint also directly the Scarlet Red to this area here. The Scarlet Red for my trees in this area. Just also blend this color to create a very nice color effect of the trees in this side, this area here. Just looking good here. Very nice. And also the ochre green here. I'm gonna blend this, or gonna mix the color of ochre green in the Mars black color. Just paint here also. Also just blend. And this is only the base color here. Just looking good here. I'm going to add also the ochre green on this area here for the ground color, or the grasses on this ground here. Or just mix the color of the Mars black and the Rushina color. Rushina and the Mars black color. Gonna mix these two colors and just add small amount of the orange yellow. Add more orange yellow. Just paint here only for the base color. It's only the base color here. For my ground, I'm using the dark color. Just looking good in that area there. And also this one here, I'm going to paint directly the Mars black, or just mix the Mars black and the ochre green. Create a very dark green color. Just add here for my grasses and the plants, also the trees in this area here. This is only the base color. Just blend this color also. Create a very nice color effects, or the smooth effect to the color. This is my trees in this area here, or the base color of my trees. Going to down there. Also the orange yellow here. Gonna blend this orange yellow from my base color of the trees to this side here. And also the violet color also here. I'm gonna add the violet color at this side for another color of my trees in this area. And just blend also this color, the color background. This is only the base color here. Just looking good in that area there. And also this one here, I'm going to add the violet color. Just blend also this color here. Just looking good in that area there. And now I'm going to add detail for these trees. First, I'm gonna paint also the light green color here for the highlights of these trees, the leaves of these trees here. the light green color to this area here for my color of the leaves. And also the ochre green at the very lower portion of this area here for the darker trees or the darker leaves of the trees here. Or I'm going to mix the color of the ochre green and the light green color. This one here. Then the light green color going down here at the very going to the bottom area. Then the ochre green. And after that, I'm going to add detail for this the red tree. I'm going to mix the color of the Scarlet Red and the Cadmium Yellow. The Scarlet Red and the Cadmium Yellow to create this orangey color, or just add more Cadmium Yellow. Just add here for the leaves or the highlight of these trees here. Going down for the highlight leaves. Then I'm gonna add more cadmium yellow to create more orangey color or the yellow orange. Just add here. Just looking good. Just add the cadmium yellow for more highlight color for this tree. Just looking good in that area there. And also this one I'm going to detail for this tree. So I'm gonna paint directly the orange yellow here. The orange yellow for the highlights of this tree here. And after that, the light green color also. Gonna add the light green color. Going down. Then this one I'm going to add detail on this tree. So I'm gonna mix the color of the violet and the titanium white. The violet and the titanium white. Just add small amount of cobalt blue. Just small amount. Just there. Just paint here for the lighter or the highlights this tree. Or just add more titanium white, create more lighter color to this tree here using this number 12 flat brush. Going down. Then to add more detail for this tree, I'm going to add the yellow green color. And add the yellow green color here for more color effects to this tree, or the green color of the leaves to this tree here. Lower portion of this tree, I'm gonna use the yellow green. Very nice tree here. And now I'm going to continue this one here. I'm going to paint also the orange yellow. Let's paint also the orange yellow here for the trees. Another color of the trees here. Going down here. And also the cadmium yellow. Going to add cadmium yellow for the highlight effects. for this tree here. Going to the upper portion. Just looking good in that area there. Then the yellow green color. I'm gonna add also the yellow green here for more highlight color the leaves. Just there. Very nice. I'm going to mix the color of the light green color and also the ochre green, and just add small amount of titanium white. Just add small amount of titanium white. Just paint here for more color of the leaves to this side. I'm still using my number 12 flat brush. Going down there, and also the ochre green, the back portion of this tree. Then the yellow green and the titanium white. I'm gonna mix this color. Just add here for more color effects to these leaves here. Just looking good in that area there. Then the next is I'm going to add more detail to this tree here. So I'm gonna mix the color, or just mix. I'm gonna mix the color of the Rushina and the blue. Oh no, the cobalt blue, the Rushina and the cobalt blue, and just the cadmium yellow. I'm going to paint this one here for more color of the trees, for the highlight of the trees here. Just very nice here. Then going down, I'm going to use the ochre green also for the darker leaves that are not affected with the lights. Going also to the down portion here. That's very nice there. I'm going to add the more highlight color effects there. Using the light green color. Using the light green color, I'm gonna add highlight effects, or the trees, color of the leaves to these trees here. Light green color going down here. Just very nice there. Then after that, I'm going to add also I'm going to mix the color of the cadmium yellow and the yellow green. Create more yellow or yellowish, or yellow green. More yellow green. Just paint here for more highlight effects. The leaves here. Just there. Very nice. Now I'm going to paint the ground here. I'm gonna use or paint directly the Rushina color for my base color of my ground on this area here. Just continue here. Next thing to do is I'm going to create the wheel, and the classic wheel on this area here. So first I'm gonna mix the color of the titanium white and the Mars black color to create the gray color, and just add small amount of cobalt blue, and just add more titanium white and the Mars black color. Create this kind of color here with the grayish blue. Just add cobalt blue again. I'm going to create the classic whale here. First thing to do is I'm going to create the opening of the whale made by rocks. Just there. I'm going to sketch first using this the greenish blue. Going to this area down. Down here, I'm gonna sketch my whale, the opening of my whale in this area that made by the bricks or the stones. Just sketch first. Looking good, that there. Then after that, I'm going to create the post here for my whale. This one here, and also this one here. Create the post. This is the classic whale. In my poly area, made by the wood also. Then next step is I'm going to create the roof, small roof here for this well. And this one. This is only the skits or the base color. This well here. Using this the greenish blue, I'm going to or the base color of my classic well made by the wood and the bricks. I'm going to continue here creating the roof of this well. Just looking good in that area there. Then the next step is I'm going to paint the Mars black color here at the circle inside the wheel for the shading. Mars black color. I'm gonna use this Mars. I'm using Mars black color. And also this one here. I'm gonna use the Mars black color. The under the roof. Just looking good in that area there for the base color. The Mars black color, more Mars black color here because it's very this area is the dark portion or the under the roof shading. Just looking good in that area there. Then also the Mars black and the Cobalt Blue. I'm gonna mix these two colors, the Mars black and the Cobalt Blue. Just paint here for the shading area for the roof of this well, or the base color of the shading, this roof. Then I'm going to mix the color of the titanium white and the cobalt blue. Titanium white and the cobalt blue. Just add the orange yellow, just small amount of orange yellow, just to create this kind of color here. Just add here for the roof, or the design of the roof. Just do like this here for my roof design here, or the roof design of this well. Just continue also here. This is my classic well. Just continue adding this color. Then I'm going to mix the color of the titanium white and the Rushina color. Titanium white and the Rushina color. Just mix these two colors. Just add the Scarlet Red. Add the Scarlet Red. And just mix this color and just add the Mars black color at the very side of this area here. Then just paint here for more color effects to this roof, this roof of this well. Just continue. Then after that, the Rushina color mixed with the orange yellow. Just add also here. Selecting the roof area for this color. I'm not going to paint everything here with this color, so that it will create a very nice color of the roof of this well here. Just looking good in that area. And then after that, I'm going to add the titanium white to this color that I mixed earlier. The titanium white. Just paint here, just selecting the area, a little bit highlight for this roof. Just continue here. Then after that, I'm going to use this pointed brush, the number 0 brush. I'm going to add here, or the shading this roof here using the Mars black color. To create a thin line for the design of this roof. Just continue here. Just continue adding with the Mars black color for the shading or the thin line for the roof. So this one here, just looking good in that area. Also this one. It's good there. For this one here, I'm going to mix the color of the Scarlet Red and the violet color. Scarlet Red and the violet color. Just add the Mars black color. Just add here for the color under the roof. Little bit a brown color or the warmer color. Just add a little bit. Then the Mars black color. just there. Then the cobalt blue, I'm gonna add also the cobalt blue here. And the titanium white. Going to mix the titanium white and the orange yellow. Just add here at the very top of this roof for the highlight color of this area. Just add titanium white for more highlight effects. And also this one here. Just there, looking good, that area. The next thing to this, I'm going to create the design, or the next things to this, I'm going to finish this first here before I'm going to proceed the post and also these bricks of the or the stones to the well. So I'm gonna finish this one here. I'm gonna add flowers. Maybe I'm going to mix the color of the scarlet and the titanium white to create the pinkish color, and just add small amount of violet color. A small amount of violet, and just add here for my flowers effects. I'm going to use another brushes for that there. This one for my flowers effect to this area. Using this kind of color here. That there in the light green color also. Just looking good in that area. And then the orange yellow also, I'm going to add the orange yellow for more flower effects to this area here. This one also here, the orange yellow. And also the cadmium yellow. I'm gonna add also the cadmium yellow. Just there. And also I'm gonna add also the cobalt blue in this area for more flowering effects to this side here. Just looking good, that area. In the ochre green, I'm going to mix the color of ochre green and the titanium white. Create this kind of color, this kind of green. Just add here for the leaves of this area here. Just looking good in that area. I'm going to add the more flowering effects there. I'm gonna mix the color of titanium white to this, or add more titanium white, the color that I mixed earlier, the scarlet red and the violet, and it should be more titanium white for more color of the flowers here. Just looking good in that area there. And also this one, the orange yellow. The light green color, I'm gonna add also the light green color at the very ground, for the ground, for my grasses on the ground, using this light green color. Just looking good. Then the Cobalt Blue or the Cadmium Yellow. I'm gonna add also the Cadmium Yellow here. And also the Scarlet Red. I'm gonna add the Scarlet Red for more leaves color and also the color of the, just looking good in that area there. And also this one, I'm going to add this. I'm going to add the Scarlet Red for the flowering area for my trees in this area or the plants here. Just looking good in that area there. Then the yellow green, I'm gonna add also the yellow green for more color of the leaves. Just add more yellow green color. Also this one, the yellow green color. Going down here, the yellow green color. Just looking good in that area there. I'm gonna mix the color of the ochre green and also the Mars black color. Just add here for the shading of this plant or the leaves, and also gonna minimize more highlight color here. I'm gonna paint the dark color or the dark green color. I mix the color of the Mars black and also the ochre green to create this kind of dark color here. For the darker portion of the leaves, to this area, I'm going to create a dark color or the shading of these plants, so that it will create a very nice color effects here, or the color effects of the plants. Just continue here, so that it will create a very nicer color of the grasses or the leaves of these plants here. Then I'm going to mix the color of the Scarlet Red and the Titanium White. Scarlet Red and the Titanium White. And just add the Rushina color. Just add here for the ground color. Or the base color of my ground to this area. This is only the base color here. This is not the final color for now. Just looking good in that area there. I'm going to add in more flowers here. So I'm gonna mix the color of the Cobalt Blue and the Cobalt Blue and the violet color, the deep of violet. Just add Titanium White. Just add here for the flowers. Just like that there. This one also here for my flowers. Just selecting that area there. And after that, the Titanium White. I'm gonna add also the Titanium White for the white flowers. I'm going to add the hooker green, or just mix the hooker green and also the light green. Hooker green and the light green color. Paint here. Just looking good in that area. And the cadmium yellow. Gonna paint also the cadmium yellow. And the cobalt blue. Just looking good in that area. Then after that, I'm going to paint directly the hooker green here for the darker grasses. Hooker green. I'm going to finish this first. The detail on the ground and the grasses. The hooker green here, or the Mars black color in this area. Mars black color. You should observe my brush strokes. Also this one here, the Mars black, for the shading of this plants. And also just blend this Mars black color to create a very nice color effect to the grasses and the plants. Just looking good in that area there. Then after that, the light green color also. I'm gonna add also the light green color for the grasses on the ground. I'm going to add the I'm gonna mix the color of the titanium white and the cadmium yellow. Just add here for the lighter grasses here, or the highlight effect to the grasses that are affected by the lights coming from the sun, and also the cadmium yellow. I'm gonna add the cadmium yellow here. Just looking good. It's very nice here. Have a very nice grasses there on my ground, and also the yellow green color. I'm gonna add also the yellow green color for a more nicer effect of the grasses here. You can also mix the color of the green and yellow to create the yellow green. It should be more yellow. Uh, should be more yellow so that it's very nice there. And also this one, again, I'm going to mix the color of the light green and the ochre green for this one here. Just add more light green color to the ochre green to create a little bit lighter color for the grasses here, and also just blend this color to the lamp black that I painted earlier. Just looking good. Then the small amount of the yellow green color. Yellow green color here. Just small amount. Just there. Then after that, I'm going to mix the color of the Mars black and the Rushina color. I'm gonna mix these two colors. I'm gonna add the twigs here twigs of this tree to create more nicer effects to this tree. I'm gonna add more twigs and a branch. This one also here, using this pointed brush, the number 0 brush. Just looking good in that area there. Going down here, so this one. Just continue here, adding the branches and the twigs. Just looking good there. Just continue adding more uh, branches and the twigs. Also the trunk of this tree here. Just looking good. Just add more here. This one. Branches and twigs using this color, dark color. This one also here. Just continue adding this color, adding the trunk, the branches and the twigs to this tree so that it will create more or create more detail to this tree or a group of trees there. Just looking good. Let's continue adding this here. Just looking good in that area there. Then I'm going to mix the color of the Rushina and also the titanium white. Rushina and the titanium white. And just add the Mars black color. Create this color here. Just add to this area here for my trunk. Trunk and the branches also. Just there. Then add the titanium white, or just mix the titanium white and the Rushina color. Just add here, or highlight effect to the trunk and the branches, and just add the Mars black color, the very back portion of this tree, for the dark portion or the shading of this tree. Just continue here, adding with this color for the trunk, the branches also. Just add more here. Just add more. This one here for the trunk, the branches also, and the twigs. Just looking good here. then the lighter color, the Rushina and the titanium white, and just add small amount of orange yellow. Just add here. For the lighter color of the trunk here and the twigs, just there. Just continue adding with this color here for my tree. Just looking good in that area there. Then the blue color or the cobalt blue and the orange yellow. I'm gonna mix these two colors. Just paint here also. Just looking good in that area there. And also this one. I'm gonna add titanium white. Or just mix the color titanium white and the Rushina color. Titanium white and the Rushina. I'm gonna mix these two colors. Just add the Mars black color. Just paint here. Just continue there. Just looking good. Now let's continue here. Let's gonna finish this well here. So I'm going to mix the color of the orange yellow and the cobalt blue. The orange yellow and the cobalt blue. The, the rock portion of this opening well. Let's continue here. That's looking good in that area. And after that, I'm going to add the highlight of that there. I'm gonna add the titanium white to the just mix it. I'm going to mix the titanium white in the orange yellow and just add a small amount of scarlet red and titanium white. Just add more titanium white and also the Rushina color. Just add also the Rushina, this one here, to create this kind of color. Just paint for the rock or the highlight of this rock here. For the gate or the opening of this well here. That's looking good. And after that, I'm going to add the Mars block. I'm going to mix the color of Mars block and the orange yellow. Mars block and the orange yellow. And just add the Rushina color also. Going to add to this area for the little bit dark portion or the shading, this stone here for my well. Just there. And also this one at the very lower portion here. I'm gonna add also this one to control the shading. Just looking good in that area. So this one here. I'm going to add detail to this here. I'm going to mix the color of the Mars black and the cobalt blue. The Mars black and the cobalt blue. I'm going to add this one here for the design of this well, design of the stone. This is the classic design of the well. Just there. I'm going to add the Rushina, directly paint the Rushina here, or just mix the color of Rushina and also the titanium white to create more lighter color. Just add here for the highlight effects. Just continue adding with the highlight effects to this opening part of the well, the stone. Just continue adding. Just there. Then the Mars black color. Using the Mars black color here. Create the design of the stone. Just looking good in that area there. Then the Mars black color. I'm going to add the Mars black color. The shading this well at the very lower portion here, or the inside of the well. I'm going to paint the Mars black color. Then the Scarlet Red and the Rushina gonna mix. Just add here at the very this one at the inner portion of this well, and the Mars black color. Add the Mars black color under this one here, and just blend this color. It's looking good for my well there. Then I'm going to add also here. I'm gonna mix the color of Scarlet Red and the Rushina. Scarlet Red and the Rushina color, and just paint here for my well on this area, or the stones on this area here. Oops. Just there. Then the Mars block. the Mars black color and the Scarlet Red. I'm gonna mix this color and just paint here. Just continue this color, or just continue adding this color, and also just blend this color, create a very nice color effect or color shading of this whale here. Then the Mars black color, or just mix the color of Scarlet Red and the Mars black. Should be more Mars black color, just like this. Just paint here below. For this whale. And then after that, I'm going to add the circular for the stone, for the bricks of this whale here. This one here. Just looking good. Going to create the separate. Just looking good there. Also this one here for the bricks of this well. Just looking good in that area there. Then after that, I'm going to mix the color of the Cobalt Blue and the Scarlet Red. Cobalt Blue and the Scarlet Red. I'm gonna mix these two colors. Just add here at the very lower portion. Add more small detail or the small highlight effect to this lower portion here. These are not affected by the lights, that's why I'm going to create that kind of colors there. In the Mars block here, I'm going to Mars block. This one also here. Just looking good up there. Titanium white and the Rushina color, and just add small amount of Scarlet Red. Just like here, just add more titanium white. Just add here for the highlight effects. Just looking good in that area. So this one here for the highlight effects or more. It's very nice there. After that, I'm going to create this one here, the post. I'm going to paint here directly the Mars black color for the post. Post that made by wood, Mars black color. Just looking good in that there, the base color, and also this one here. Mars black color, and this one for the poly or the wood. Just like there. Then after that, I'm going to add this one here, the cobalt blue going down, the cobalt blue going down there to the back portion of this wood. Cobalt blue and the orange yellow, and just add titanium white, just like here, and just add here. For the wood effects, just add more titanium white for more highlight effect. This very side here, it's like that there. Then the orange yellow, I'm gonna mix the orange yellow and the titanium white, just like this here, and just paint here. Just looking good in that area there. Then I'm going to the blue here, or the cobalt blue and the orange yellow, and just add titanium white. For the wood color, just looking good. And also the cobalt blue here at the very this portion of this wood here, and then the this one color, the orange yellow and the titanium white for the highlight effect to this corner here, just like that there. Then after that, I'm going to add detailed for that there, Mars black color for this one here, this wood, this well. So I'm going to create the shading in a Mars black color and the Scarlet Red. This one here for the shading this area, or the shadow of this wood that's reflected to the to this area here. But I'm going to create a small amount of highlight here. Not I'm going to the Mars black. That's very nice there, and also this one. Then the titanium white and the orange yellow. Just add here. Just looking good. Then the blue color, or the cobalt blue. Then the also this one here. This wood is around because this wood is they made this as a poly. Then after this one is I'm going to add the highlight effects there, the orange yellow. Just looking good. I'm going to add detail to that one there. Mars black color here because this wood is round, so I'm going to add the round and that there. Then the highlight of this area, mix the color of the orange yellow and the titanium white for the highlight effects to this area here. For this round wood, and to minimize more highlight color there, the Mars black and the Scarlet Red. Gonna mix these two colors, this Scarlet Red and the Mars black. Just add here at the very center this wood to minimize more highlight. This here. It's looking good in that area. Gonna mix the color of titanium white and the cobalt blue. Titanium white and the cobalt blue. Just mix, just add here at the very bottom. Just like that there. So this one here for more highlight effect. Just looking good. I'm going to add more to minimize more highlight effects there here. So I'm gonna mix the color of Scarlet Red, Hiroshina, and add small amount of a titanium white. Just add more small amount of titanium white. Just add here. But there is a small highlight that there. Add to this corner here. To this edge. The Mars black and the Scarlet Red. Just add small amount of Hiroshina. Just paint here. For the shading effects to the stones here or the bricks. It's looking good that there. This one also here. Going to minimize more bluish color effects. That's looking good there. I'm going to add another wood that connected to the roof and the post to this here. Using this, I'm going to mix the color Mars black and also the cobalt blue. This one here. Connected to the roof, the orange yellow and the cobalt blue. Orange yellow and the cobalt blue. Just paint here. Just there. Yeah, very nice. Then also this one. Using the mixed color, the Rushina and the orange yellow. Just add here. Cobalt blue also here. Then the Mars Black and the Scarlet Red. This one here. Then the Mars Black. I'm going to add more highlight color there. I'm gonna mix the color of the Rushina and the titanium white so that it will to create more specific here. That's looking good on that there. Also this one here. Gonna add small highlight. I'm going to add the light green color at the very roof for the algae effect to this roof here, because this well is very old, so we're going to add a algae effect to the roof here using the light green color. And also it will create more a nicer effect to this roof here. It looks like old. And also this one here at the very the hooker green also here, the hooker green, the very lower portion of this well. I'm going to add also here I'm going to add the Mars black color to this area to minimize more lighter color effects. Just like that there. Then the light green color uh, for the algae effect to this area. The light green color for my algae here. Just like that there. And also the yellow green color for the algae effect to the bricks or the stones here. Because this well is very old, I'm going to add the floor in this area here. I'm going to mix the color of the orange yellow, or the paint directly the orange yellow here for the color of the ground, this area. Then the titanium white mixed with the orange yellow. Just like that there. And the scarlet red mixed with the titanium white, scarlet red. Then the rushina. Then the Mars black color for more crack to the ground, using the Mars black color here. I'm going to use the smaller brush, the pointed brush here, the pointed brush for my crack effect to the ground. You have a very nice color of the subject, and also then I'm going to add the more color there. Can I mix the color of the Ruchina and the titanium white? Create this kind of color and just add small amount of Scarlet Red. Just add more titanium white. Just paint here for more highlight color or highlight color effects. Then the Ruchina, going to add the Ruchina color also. Titanium white and the Ruchina. Just mix these two colors. Just add here for more highlight effects to the ground. Just looking good that there. Now I'm going to add more detail here. I'm gonna mix the color of Scarlet Red and the Mars Black. Just paint here to add more detail to this area and give more emphasis to the roof of this well. Just looking good there. Very nice well to that area there. And add detail here for the just like that there. I'm going to add more or just paint directly the poker green to this here for the algae effect to the post. This one also here, the hooker green. Just looking good. Also gonna add a little bit of a highlight here. Small highlight to the roof. Just looking good and that there. This one also here. The orange yellow. I'm gonna add the orange yellow here. The orange yellow at the very bottom of this area. Just looking good. The Mars block. And guys, we're done with this painting demonstration. We have a very nice and colorful painting here. And also guys, don't forget to subscribe my channel for more free painting tutorial in the near future and also updates on my channel. Guys, thanks for watching. See you for my next demonstration. Peace.